Morning, this is cause number 2021-73010 in the interest of Jalea and Jabari Jones. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands and unmute yourselves. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, Ms. Bland, please state your name and your relationship to these children.
Robisha Bland, I'm the mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Johnny Jones and their father.
All right, and representing the state of Texas.
Andrea Eon.
All right, we have an original petition in suit affecting the parent-child relationship with an acknowledgement of paternity. Ms. Eoff, we're having a hearing, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a few stipulations when
All
you're
right,
ready for them.
Let's read those into the record.
Your Honor, the parties have agreed that they would like joint managing conservatorship and that Ms. Bland would designate the children's primary residence and that she would be restricted to Harris County and counties contiguous to Harris County. The parties agree and stipulate that mom will provide Medicaid as the health insurance program for the children. And the parties agree and stipulate that that will cost a cash medical support amount of $200 a month. At issue are the questions of visitation, the questions of child support, and the question of retroactive child support.
All right, so far, are these your agreements, Ms. Bland?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
So far, are these your agreements?
Yes, sir.
So far, are these your agreements, Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right, then let's proceed with the hearing.
All right. Your Honor, I'd like to start by calling Natasha Baidu.
All right,
All right. Ma'am, would you state your name for the record?
Natasha Baidu,
Baidu. And ma'am, where are you employed?
the Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division.
And what role do you serve there?
I'm a child support officer.
And as a child support officer, have you been trained in accordance with the Texas Family Code regarding the calculation of child support and retroactive child support?
I have.
And have you had an opportunity to review the data in this case and to make calculations regarding child support and retroactive child support?
I have.
And based on what you know about this case at this point in time, what is the guideline amount of child support that you would expect to be issued in this case?
Based on a gross of $4,559.98, and the calculation of $200 for medical support, the child support beginning May 1st, 2022 would be $903 per month.
and what is the net? What is
Just
the
one
net
second.
on that?
Judge, the net is $3,610.57.
And is that after the deduction of $200?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Hill.
Thank you. So the guideline child support amount in this case would be $903 a month.
That's correct.
And it would be the agreed upon $200 cash medical support a month.
Yes.
All right. And you had an opportunity to calculate retroactive child support for this case.
Yes.
And can you explain for the court what that calculation would be?
The total, hold on one second. The total retroactive child support amount, given the non-custodial parent credit for wages, given the non-custodial parent credit for the time frame that the non-custodial parent paid daycare costs in 2020, 2021, and 2022, the total retroactive child support amount is $23,628.
All right. And so to be clear, there's a total amount, a time period between 2020 to 2022 in which Ms. Bland has requested retroactive child support. There was a period and during that period of time, Mr. Jones was paying for the child's daycare, and you've taken that into consideration?
Correct.
All right.
So
And
this retroactive amount starts January 2020 up until today.
all right. And so that amount less the credit for Mr. Jones is $23,628. Is that correct?
$23,628 is the total retroactive judgment after giving credit for those times
All right.
of daycare payments. Yes.
All right, $23,628. And
Yes.
a monthly payout amount, would it be accurate to have a monthly payout of $168 a month for that?
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you, Ms. Badu. I have no further questions of this witness.
All right, Mr. Jones, do you have any questions for Ms. Bidu?
Yes. I don't agree to.
No, but do you have any questions for her? I'm going to give you an
No,
opportunity
ma'am.
to say
no, sir.
something.
No, sir.
All
No,
right,
sir.
Miss Bland, do you have any questions of Ms. Bidu?
No, sir.
All right, then Ms. Eoff, can she be excused?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you're excused, Ms. Bidu. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
I'd like to call Robicia Bland.
All right.
All right, Ms. Bland, will you please state your name for the record?
Robicia Bland.
All right, and Ms. Bland, did you hear the testimony that Ms. Bidu gave earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you believe that the court should order a monthly child support amount of $903 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that the court should give you a judgment for retroactive child support in the amount of $23,628 to be paid at $168 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then along with that, let's talk for a moment about visitation for the children. Is it correct that you would like for the court to order a standard possession order for Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I have no further questions and pass this witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, do you have any questions of Ms. Bland?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
All right, call your next witness, Ms. Eoff.
All right. I'd like to call Johnny Jones, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Jones, will you please state your name for the record?
Johnny Ed Jones, the third.
And Mr. Jones, did you hear the testimony that Ms. Bidu gave earlier regarding the child support calculations?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it your stance? Is it your stance that you
Breaking
do
up,
not?
Ms. Eoff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't hear. No.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Ms. Eoff.
Yes,
You were
can you hear
breaking
me?
up there. You start again.
All right.
No, you can
Can you hear me?
not.
Mhm.
It looks like you're.
All right.
Hmm?
I can hear you, Your Honor, but you're,
Oh,
there we go.
you're saying I'm the one that's frozen.
You froze for a moment, but I think with the weather, I'm in the office and so I'm in the landline, but I think the weather is still impacting the internet a little bit.
All right, Mr. Jones, can you hear Ms. Eoff?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Eoff.
All right. So Mr. Jones, did you hear the testimony that Ms. Bidu gave earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that you do not believe you should be ordered to pay $903 a month in child support?
Yes, ma'am.
And on what grounds do you think the court should deviate from guidelines for child support?
If granted could just lower the payments.
Mhm. And if you were asking for a reduction, what would that reduction be based on?
Me being able to can guarantee that I'll pay this amount a month or every 2 weeks, just at a more valuable price. I am a good father when it comes to that, and I am a man of my words when it comes to being able to pay and do for my kids. I still want to do for my kids and be a part of their life.
Okay. And is it true that you do not agree with the award of a retroactive child support amount of $23,628?
I mean, I'm not at all.
And can you explain to the court why you do not believe that amount of retroactive child support should be ordered?
Because from that time and even before that time, still being an active father in my kid's life, and have still done way more and beyond during this whole process.
Okay.
Before even being put on child support now.
Okay. And as far as visitation is concerned, are you aware that Ms. Bland has requested the standard possession order?
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware.
And is it true that you do not want to have visitation in accordance with the standard possession order?
No, ma'am.
And what visitation schedule would you like for the court to order today?
I would like to be able to have a more I can't think of the word, but I would like to have pretty much be able to something that fits with more of my schedule because of the type of job I have.
So would it be accurate to say that you would like the court to give you a visitation schedule that's customized for your job?
Just more, not, and yeah, pretty much to where I'm able to give my kids more.
Okay. And generally speaking, what would that schedule look like?
Like I work 2 weekends in a row and then I'm off 2 weekends. It don't have to be weekends. I can get them during the week. So it can be, that allows me to, if you don't want to give them to me on the weekends, I can at least get them 2 weeks in a row during the week to where I'm able to take them to school and be able to pick them up. Because I do have days during the week that I'm off.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor, and we'll pass him at this time.
Ms. Bland, do you have any questions of Mr. Jones?
No, sir.
All right. See you off.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that that's all we have.
All right. Mr. Jones, has Ms. Bland allowed you to be visiting with the child on a pretty regular basis, or have you had a problem with that?
I've definitely been having problems with that, sir.
What problem? You say you've been involved in the child's life. That to me would indicate that you're visiting the child quite often.
I was, and then it got to a point to where pretty much I haven't been, like, since like October last year. It's been kind of back and forth, unbalanced. Me getting my kids and me spending time with them and stuff like that.
All right, Miss Bland, what has been the problem?
No, sir, that is not true.
What is he
So
able to
he's
visit?
not. Yes, sir,
You know,
he is.
reasonably whenever you're able to, you know, give up the kids?
Yes, sir. He's able to give my kids, like I stated to the lady earlier, I am a full-time student and employee. I do need a break. I would never refuse him from his kids.
What he's saying you did since October.
No, sir, that's not true. He's
Mr.
not getting
Jones,
them. He's able to
somebody's
pick
not,
them up. He's able to pick them up from daycare anytime.
Mr. Jones, that doesn't comport with your testimony. You're saying, no, she doesn't let you visit since October.
I can't. I've been trying to get and communicate with them. I text her phone. Hey, could I talk to my kids? I don't get replies. I went to their daycare. I've been told from her to please stay away from my kids' daycare because I will switch daycares if you keep coming up there. I've been told don't text her phone until we go to court. I've been told a lot of stuff. I have messages, videos, all of that type of stuff on my phone now.
I did say that.
You did say that, Miss Bland?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
The last time he spoke with my kids, every time my kids speak with him, they ask to go with their dad, and he's telling them no. Whenever the kids hangs up the phone with them, I have to deal with them crying and wanting to go with their dad. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want my kids' feelings to be hurt because they can't go with their dad. So I said, okay, wait till we go to court so we can figure everything out. I did say that, sir.
All right, Mr. Jones, you said you've been involved with the children, an involved parent. Did that include paying some money towards the child support of these children?
As far as giving her money, no, sir. That hasn't been included as far as that. As far as what I mean by being involved is pretty much before child support was actually filed on me and all of that stuff. I'll get them, on my off days. I would take them to school. I would pick them up. I would have them more than what I do now. Like I would be more active in their life than how it is now. And so ever since these changes started occurring, I don't really understand why. I feel like it's more so that she wants me to get them when she wants me to get them instead of, hey, I'm off these days during the week, I can get them. Now, at times, she don't feel like coming to meet me to get them so I can meet her to pick them up. Like that's pretty much how it's been.
Well, I mean, monetarily, how have you helped?
Pretty much getting them and just when they're in my possession, having them doing for them. Pretty much for the most part of that.
Anything further from you, Ms. Bland?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Jones, I'm not going to be able to customize the possession and access because you never know when that's going to change with you. But
Your Honor, I've already my job. They've been on board with this for since last year, so my schedule is not changing as far as me working 2 weekends and then off 2 weekends. So that's a permanent schedule or whatever like that. when it comes to that. So that's
So what weekends do you work?
okay. So I would be off this weekend, next weekend, and then after that I would work 2 weekends. So I pretty much work 2 weekends out of the month, and I'm off 2 weekends out of the month.
Well, okay, but is it a set? Is it the first and second weekends, or is it the second and third weekends, or is it the third and fourth weekends, or that you work?
Okay, so this month just started. Like first, it's never like it's. Sometimes it might be the first. I don't know. It just depends on how the days are in the
Right,
month when
right,
it comes to that.
right. So then it could change from
What?
first and second. It could change from
Oh,
second and third. It could
yeah.
change from third and fourth. So you see that you can see that there's no way that I can customize that. I'm going to order that you have the standard possession order now. Miss Bland, obviously he works some of those weekends. The weekends that he's off, I would assume that you're going to allow him to have the children on the weekends that he's off, so the children can see. Children want to see him, right?
Yes, sir.
And you want to make sure that there is a relationship between the children and Mr. Jones, right?
Yes, sir.
So I
Most
would be,
definitely.
I'd be, I guess if I were you, I'd be pretty generous with allowing him to visit the children when he has the opportunity, because sometimes, you want to have them on the weekend sometimes, but generally, he should be able to have them at least, 2 or 3 weekends a month, depending on the month. If there's 3 weekends in the month, maybe he could have them 3 weekends. But if there's just 2 weekends in the month, well, then figure out how you could have them for 2 weekends when he's not working, if his work is interfering with the standard possession order. So I expect Ms. Bland that you're going to want to allow the children to see their father so that they can build a good relationship, because children do need both parents to be available
Yes,
to
sir.
them. So it's standard possession order, and father's order to pay child support in the amount of $903 a month beginning May 1st, 2022. Retroactive child support awarded in the amount of $23,000, paid at the rate of $165 a month beginning May 1st, 2022. All of the stipulations are approved. Anything further, Ms. Eoff?
No, Your Honor, but I just want to make sure I've got the numbers written down correctly so we get them in the order. It's a
Go ahead.
retroactive judgment of 23,000 even, paid at
Yes,
65.
yes.
Okay, thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right, thank you. Excused.